That judgment did not favor the masses, did not favor the Nigeria. That judgment favored particular group. It favored the particular group of wike. So that judgment did not favor the River State. That judgment did not favor the citizens of the River State. That judgment did not favor the Nigerian. Because
our shock is very strong. We have strong shock of that because in Nigeria anything can happen. In Nigeria anything can happen, and the River State is a demonstration state where they demonstrate all federal government in River State to demonstrate all kinds of what they want to demonstrate. To look if it will work or it will not work. So it's a demonstration state.
Finally, the truth have finally been told. Everybody have seen the truth now. Yeah, because I told you, if you remember, I told you earlier before this time that finally justice must definitely prevail. Not minding somebody using his office or whatever. You know, okay, yes, if you listen to Supreme Court or if you read it down, all their judgment one after the other. First of all, they call it judicial rascality. Impunity. They call, in fact, I don't know, but
he told Nigerian pump and plain that in court here, that they don't do by fiction, they do by facts. Facts and record, not by fiction. That thing that even a high court have already ruled before now that defamation is not by mere social media propaganda.
It was not social media.
It was a social media issue.
They did it from the house.
Which house now? Which house?
House of Assembly.
Okay. Excuse me. I'm from Ameahule local government. I have a member representing me. That is from Abakere.
But we also.
So you begin to imagine our fate as Nigerians and our future as Nigerians. You understand? They are trying to bring a lot of impunity in the judiciary. You understand? And this is not the first time it's happening. The case of Nnamdi Kanu also is something for you to begin to wonder about. How do we come out from this menace? You understand? Whereby the government of the day will influence the judiciary to come up with a lot of...
Speak of the government influencing the judiciary judgment. So a lot of people attribute it to wike. He has a lot of influence on the judiciary. How true is that?
It is clear. It is very...
If Nami be sinful, but I will not accept that judgment because that judgment did not favor the masses, did not favor the Nigeria. That judgment favored particular group. It favored the particular group of wike. So that judgment did not favor the River State. That judgment did not favor the citizens of the River State. That judgment did not favor the Nigerian. Because this is the same judgment that Supreme Court gave during the time of Nnamdi Kanu. And the federal government, the DSS, the police and the army did not obey the Supreme Court. Now they have given the same judgment in the times of Fubara. How do you think that Fubara will obey the same judgment? Because this country we are now, we don't have let me say it, we don't have even where am I going to put it?
Judiciary.
We don't have judiciary. We're not reliable in judiciary again because this court Nigeria have finished. If we don't have government, if we have government, what is happening in Nigeria will not be happening. Let me not go far. If Nami be seen Fubara, that Supreme Court judgment, I am not going to accept it.
A lot of people are happy with the Supreme Court judgment.
The people that are happy is the people that are benefiting from wike. It's not people that benefiting there's people that want the River State to be good. It's personal beneficiary. It's not something that will benefit all the whole River State.
For their own pocket.
It's for their own pockets. That is why they are happy. So, for my own opinion, that Supreme Court judgment yesterday, I did not accept it because even the time they releasing Nnamdi Kanu for Supreme Court, that the federal government did not allow Nnamdi Kanu to go. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Ebuka, yesterday, a lot of people were your thoughts to the Supreme Court verdict.
Well, The judgment was a kangaroo judgment. You understand? That is what we are saying. We are finished as Nigerians. There is no more hope for the common man. Vividly, we used to say that the judiciary is the hope of the common man. But you could see what is happening, the judgment that is coming from this Supreme Court, the highest court of the land. So you begin to imagine our fate as Nigerians and our future as Nigerians. You understand? They are trying to bring a lot of impunity in the judiciary. You understand? And this is not the first time it's happening. The case of Nnamdi Kanu also is something for you to begin to wonder about. How do we come out from this menace? You understand? Whereby the government of the day will influence the judiciary to come up with a lot of...
Speak of the government influencing the judiciary judgment. For a lot of people attribute it to wike. He has a lot of influence on the judiciary. How true is that?
It is clear. It is very... There is a public domain. It's not something you have to hide. You understand? It's just very clear that there is a lot of influences, you know, against the judgment of the day. If you can see, Wike himself, I know they are trying to remain politically relevant in the state. He is trying to keep his political aspiration alive, structure alive, his legacy. That is what brought about this very judgment. And you know that River State, for the government of the day to come to power, it was through the results of River State that made it very possible for the government of the day to come to power. And the River State is a threshold of APC. You understand me? So 2027 is coming. And that is why they want River State at all costs. So what you are seeing today from the judgment is quite appalling. That they have to even freeze this thing, allocation to the state government. So if you see if you read the judgment, you will begin to wonder where we are going as a country. You understand me? So it is just there. We have seen it. Wike and Tinubu, they want to remain in power at all costs. That is why even when the pronouncement of the Supreme Court that they should allow Nnamdi Kanu to go on bail, they are still there. They want him to remain incarcerated all the days of his life because they don't want to.
You see Governor Fubara representing the budget to Ameahule House of Assembly.
I don't see that happening.
So what will happen? You see impeachment?
No, that is what, before now they were processing the impeachment process. You understand? Before now, before that issue happened. And now I know they are going after him to impeach him. That is, once they sit now is to impeach Fubara. You understand? And that will cripple the economy of the River State. Because what we are seeing now, if the River State government cannot get allocation from the federal arm of the government, then how do they, work and affect their function? So that is what we are saying. Nigeria is not a place for human inhabitation. If you are an ordinary Nigerian, there is no hope for you. They have manipulated the judiciary. The judiciary does not have the autonomy of its own. And only way a country of Nigeria can function is where they have a solidable institution, that they are independent of themselves. That is the only way Nigeria will function. But whereby you see there is a lot of influences, there is a lot of manipulation from the federal executive arm of government against the judiciary, you begin to find out there is no hope for the common man. The case of Nnamdi Kanu, I used to refer it as a case study. Binta Yako rescued herself from the case and they forcefully said she will continue with the case. You understand? So we always misinterpret the law of Nigeria, especially from those who are called to bar, those who are called to serve. They don't, imbibe what is being written in the Constitution of Nigeria.
judiciary response to the highest bidder?
They compromise. Just like the case of Dembi Tayeko. You see the corruption charges that is being hanging around the husband and the child. And because of that, they brought her to compromise the case. So, because they are all corrupt, corruption is the order of the day. That is what you are seeing. So, for the Supreme Court is sitting to, propagate such a judgment against the Rivers people, the democracy has died a natural death in Nigeria. Let me tell you, democracy will cease to exist in Nigeria. Just bear that in mind. Because since this democracy came, it has become an avenue for people to embezzle public funds, for people to kill and maim, for people to destroy, for people, to enslave even the citizens of Nigeria. So there is no citizen of Nigeria that is happy with what is happening around Nigeria. That is why you see insecurity in the north, you see insecurity in the southeast, you see insecurity in the west. That is why every day you wake up, you will hear that thousands of people were killed, they were maimed in their sleep. That is why there is no peace in the southeast, because Nigeria has denied itself of anything good. They have denied itself of longevity, they have denied itself of progress.
What do you expect from Governor Sim Fubara now?
Let me tell you, that man is caged as I'm talking to you now. They have caged him for the Supreme Court to, influence this judgment against the Rivers people, whatever that comes from it, because I perceive a whole lot of violence coming in few weeks' time, because the Rivers people will not sit at length and watch their mandate taken away from them. Let me tell you something. This man, Wike, is a person who brought this Fubara, and he said he is eligible, that he is well to do to pilot the affairs of Rivers State. And what has changed over time? I want to ask him. For him now to come about to bring this man to ridicule, to bring Rivers State to ridicule, we will not allow that to happen.
People say there is an undisclosed gentleman agreement between Yeso Wike and...
Do you see the government of the day? What is more of governance if not to serve the people? What gentleman agreement is Wike having with Fubara?
He's not loyal to his predecessor, he's not loyal to his political godfather.
Is Fubara here to serve Wike or to serve the River State people? I want to ask you, was Fubara elected for the sake of Wike, or was he elected for the sake of Rivers people? That is why we are allowing one person to hijack the affairs of the state, because he feels he has the power of the federal government behind him to act indiscriminately. We will not allow that to happen. The only thing is that Rivers people should stand up for this very man. We will not allow one man to becloud the Rivers people and our destiny.
All right, sir. Mr. Ebuka, thank you so much.